Thank you, Your Honor. My regards to you, Professor Samuel. You twisted the details so well that I almost bought your argument. Not quite. Mr. Samuel, you have been accused of corrupting our youth, even inspiring a traitor terrorist, a detail you forgot to mention. Yes, during the Center City bombing investigation, you neglected to file reports, and the names of some of your ex-students seemed to magically come up. I've been seeing this for years, Your Honor. One of our fine students takes his class and loses his mind, changes positions, supports the anti-war movement, starts taking drugs. You know, the subculture, the scum of our country. But not all of his students are lazy drug abusers. Some of them also take action against their own country. Traitors. The most serious charge Mr. Samuel faces involves terrorism. As I mentioned, one of his former students was involved in the planning of the Center City attack. So involved, in fact, the students' fingerprints are on checks, weapons, and vehicles used to plan and prepare for the bombing. Mr. Samuel, therefore, is linked to the crime. He taught that student to hate his country, his way of life. He has treaded on American values again and again, and is a threat to our future generations.
Please define how I'm a threat. Because I seek the truth? Because I seek answers? You have accused me of misleading college students and creating radicals, terrorists. I have done none of these things. You should be guilty of bringing people up on frivolous charges. The court should convict you of that. But I'll answer the charges. Supposedly, I'm corrupting the youth. This is absurd. Professor Mason, who should these students follow? What makes students good?
The law.
You know that's not what I meant. Who should teach them the law?
Upstanding citizens, lawyers, unbiased and upstanding professors.
So this includes everyone, except me. I'm alone in corrupting the youth. If I'm corrupting them, I want to know who is educating them. Who should they follow?
That's right. That's why you're on trial. You have goals and plans, and they are not in the best interest of these students or the best interest of our state.
So you are claiming I intentionally mislead the youth. Professor Mason, you have watched me for years without uttering a word of help or advice. You are obviously wiser than me, and in my state of ignorance, you could have pulled me aside and mentioned your discontent. But instead, you bring me before this court, the state. And this is the place where people are punished, not enlightened.
Mr. Samuel, need I remind you of the severity of the charges you are facing? Your personal relationship with Mr. Mason is of little relevance to this case, and your defense has ended. I don't understand how...
I understand the severity of the child. I do, Your Honor. But you are mistaken if you think that a man who was worth anything should base his actions on fear of death or the prospect of a better life. Our heroes are men and women who stood on value, in life and in death, and it seems we should follow their lead. This is why I've continued informing you. I have a duty and a responsibility to our nation to help enlighten those who wish to be enlightened. I have as much of a responsibility to help challenge our youth as Professor Mason has to teach them about being upstanding and right citizens. Listen, if you acquit me of these charges and require me to stop doing research, assisting the youth in finding the truth and the light, I will not take your offer. Jurors, I have a duty to my country and mankind and my God to seek the truth and to help others find the truth. I have a duty to uncover injustices and transgressions, and I will not neglect this duty for anyone. I have continued to assist others in learning at the expense of my own personal wealth and reputation, and the trial is not going to stop me from informing students who are willing to listen to me. This is about my soul, not my body, and not my mind.
Soul.